Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I talked about buying land in Joshua Tree, California, and what it took to go from having an idea to actually being a landowner. And last week I announced that I was able to close on my property, and now I am officially a landowner in Joshua Tree, California. I'm really excited to have cleared this milestone, but it does leave me with the question of what do I do next? How do I go from having land to having a fully fledged Airbnb that people on vacation want to stay at? There's a lot that needs to happen from now to then. I've done some research and I think the next step is realistically finding a loan. I bought the land in cash, and that's typical for Joshua Tree, but in order to finance the rest of the build, I need a loan from the bank to finance the construction and the construction team. So that's where I'm headed next. At the same time, I want to find somebody who can take the idea that I have in my mind and put it on paper as actual plans for a building. Logically, the next step for this is to find a draftsman or an architect, somebody with that skill set. I want to find the loan and the architect as quickly as possible so I can get the project moving along. So in the next few days, I'm going to be doing some research into these steps to figure out where exactly I need to go. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so it is a little after 9:40 p.m. on it's a little after 9:45 p.m. on Tuesday evening. It's pretty late in the day, but it's been a really full day for me. I, of course, have work for most of the day in my regular 9-to-5 job. And then I ran some errands, needed to go to the gym, and there was just a lot that I needed to do in my personal life. And that means tonight it'll be a bit of a late night in trying to figure out all this stuff for the property. So one suggestion that I received was to look at Rocket Mortgage for a construction loan. I'm on their website right now and went to their FAQ page. I'm looking at a list of the kinds of loans that they give out, and it already says you can't use Rocket Mortgage to get a construction loan or a home equity line of credit, which is a HELOC. So it sounds like they're out. It's been a while going down a financial rabbit hole, looking at different loan options in banks. I should mention that I already have reached out to a few people, but they all led to dead ends. I'm planning on going with a construction loan. This is different than financing for a regular existing house. There's more risk involved for the bank, and there needs to be coordination between me, the bank, and the general contractor so everyone stays happy. I found one promising option called Host Financial. They specifically work with investors who are financing short-term rentals and constructions. This is perfect for my house in Joshua Tree, and I filled out a form to get a quote. Alright, I know it's late, but don't judge me. I made chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip cookies are probably one of my favorite things on earth. Usually I make them from scratch, but these come from a package. They taste so good. Alright, so I've sent out a few emails and looked through a few websites. I have a few ideas of some things that might come together, but it's getting pretty late, so I think I'm gonna turn in for the night. My plan is to wake up early tomorrow before work so I can get more of this done and see if anyone got back to me. All right, I'll see you guys in the morning. It's about 8 a.m. in the morning right now, and I have my first meeting for work with my manager at 9 a.m. Then I have a day full of meetings after that. So before we go any further, I should clarify what I do for work. I'm a data scientist at a tech company in Seattle. You've probably heard of it. I, like much of the corporate world, have been working from home for the last year plus in the pandemic. All right, back to the video. Let's see how much I can get done on the property in about an hour. I'm considering a few options for house plans. I did some research and there are a lot of really great plans you can buy online. My favorite is this one. I love how open it is. The huge windows really emphasize the view and landscape on the property. There's a huge patio with the option for an outdoor fireplace. I can picture myself sitting out here with my friends, having drinks and enjoying the sun. I'm worried that the pre-built plans will have issues with permitting though. California seems to have pretty strict laws around this. I'm hoping to find a draftsman who can help me recreate a similar design that follows California permitting policies. All right, so it's a little after 8:50 and I have my meeting in about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna wrap up the property stuff for the morning at least, so I can switch gears to my actual job. I opened up the windows so you can hear everything going on outside. Sorry if it's loud. In Seattle, nobody has AC. It's just like very common. So it's June, I think it's what, like June 2nd, and it's like pretty hot. Despite me wearing a sweatshirt, I'm actually pretty toasty right now. I just threw this on when I woke up because it seemed comfortable. I looked at some options for architects and engineers and draftsmen, and draftsman is like an architect, but a little bit cheaper. And I think I'm deciding that I need to hear back from the loan officer first to understand. There's another car going by. I need to hear back from the loan officer first to understand how much money I have to budget for. And this will help me give the draftsman an idea of what they can build. So I think I need to hear back from them first before I can move forward on that, but I'm still thinking it over, so we'll see. All right, time to start my work. I just finished about 3 hours worth of meetings. It's 12:06 right now. It's been a long morning, but I have about 30 minutes until my next meeting, which is at 12:30. So I'm gonna have a quick lunch and then try and finish out this hour-long meeting I have coming up. And in between that and my other meeting, I'm gonna go for a walk. I don't usually have this many meetings during the day, but for some reason this week has been super meeting intensive, which is fine. I actually just finished a big project about a week ago, so I have time for all the meetings. I'm really not too bothered by it, but that's what we're doing today, so lunchtime. So I have my salad, I'm sure that looks real great on camera, and then some chips to go with it. And I have about 5 minutes to eat before my meeting starts. It's Thursday and I've pretty much relived the same day as yesterday. Work, gym, property. It feels like Groundhog Day. This has been a theme in COVID, but at least with restrictions easing up in Seattle, I've been able to get out a bit more. I was hoping to have some big update, like I heard back for an estimate on the loan, but no, I did hear from Host Financial, but they emailed me to tell me I missed a field on their form, so hopefully I hear back from them with an estimate for tomorrow. Anyways, thanks for joining me on a typical few days of balancing work, life, and property. I hope you enjoyed this video and be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Baby, come here. Let's finish. Bye. You hated that.